Before you hear the story, ask yourself, how does a ship vanish without a trace, leaving behind only questions and fear? This is the mystery of the Mary Celeste. The ocean keeps its secrets better than any place on Earth. It's a vast, deep, often unforgiving wilderness. Out there, some stories get lost forever, swallowed by the waves. Imagine this: you're a sailor, scanning the horizon, and you spot a ship. A brigantine, sails ragged, cutting through the water aimlessly. You hail it. No answer. You try again. Only wind and creaking timbers. This isn't a movie. This really happened. On December 4, 1872, the crew of the DEI Gracia stumbled on a great maritime mystery. They found a seaworthy ship sailing on its own, the Mary Celeste. Her story has haunted us for over 150 years. Something was terribly wrong. The ship moved erratically, as if guided by a phantom. Captain David Morehouse and his crew approached to investigate. As they drew near, the silence was deafening. Ships are usually full of life. Shouts of crew, clang of a bell, daily routines. But the Mary Celeste was dead quiet. A ghost ship drifting between the Azores and Portugal. The boarding party felt a chill, not from the sea air. They boarded a vessel abandoned in a sudden, inexplicable hurry. To understand what happened, we have to go back to the beginning. The story of this ghost ship starts in a place bustling with life: New York City. On a crisp autumn day, November 7, 1872, the Mary Celeste set sail from Pier 50 on the East River. Her destination was Genoa, Italy, a long but standard journey across the Atlantic. At the helm was Captain Benjamin Spooner Briggs, a respected and experienced mariner known for his steady hand and sober habits. He wasn't alone. He had brought his wife Sarah, their 2-year-old daughter Sophia, to join him on the voyage. It was meant to be a routine trip, a chance for a family to be together while crossing the great ocean. The crew was a small hand-picked group of 7 men, mostly Germans. They were considered reliable sailors, not the kind of rough-and-tumble lot prone to mutiny or mischief. The ship itself, a 2-masted brigantine, had a bit of a troubled past with different names and owners, but she had recently been refitted and was considered sturdy and seaworthy. As she slipped her moorings and headed for the open sea, there was no sense of foreboding. The men of the DEI Gracia were the first to lay eyes on the abandoned Mary Celeste. Their captain, David Morehouse, was reportedly a friend of Captain Briggs, which must have made the discovery even more chilling. As his boarding party, led by First Mate Oliver DeVoe, climbed aboard, they entered a world frozen in time. The ship's wheels spun freely, the sails were in disarray, some set, others torn by the wind. The deck was empty. The silence was the first and most unnerving clue. DeVoe and his men searched from the deck down into the cabins. The crew's quarters were undisturbed. Sea chests were closed. Pipes and tobacco left on tables. Wet oilskin boots were left as if their owners had just taken them off. In the galley, ample provisions, food and fresh water for 6 months. There was no sign of fire or struggle. In the captain's cabin, personal effects scattered, including Sarah Briggs's sewing machine with a piece of stitching still in it, and toys belonging to little Sophia. A scene of domestic life, abruptly interrupted. The ship's logbook was found in the mate's cabin. Its final entry, 8 a.m., November 25th, noted the ship's position as just off the Azores island of Santa Maria. And most significantly, the ship's single lifeboat was gone. The evidence pointed to one conclusion. The crew had abandoned ship, but why? The Mary Celeste was in far better shape than any lifeboat would be. One plausible scientific theory involves the cargo itself. The 1,701 barrels of alcohol were made of red oak, more porous than white oak. Captain Briggs may have ordered everyone into the lifeboat to wait safely nearby. A sudden gust could have filled the Mary Celeste's sails, snapping the tow line, leaving the lifeboat and its 10 occupants stranded and alone in the vastness of the Atlantic. More far-fetched theories follow. Giant squid or sea monster. Could a colossal creature pluck the crew from the deck one by one? Evidence, zero. No slime, no damage. In the end, we stand where the DEI Gracia's crew once stood, on a ship with no one aboard. 10 souls from New York vanished, never heard from again. No bodies recovered, no lifeboat wreckage found. They were simply erased. But her legend sails on. History's greatest ghost ship, a chilling testament that the ocean keeps its secrets. The truth remains lost to the waves.